Today we're going to talk about this little thing. Isn't it cute? I've been searching for a minimal, beautifully designed iPad stand for months, like something that would match how nice the iPad Pro itself looks, a stand that is that level of design quality, that design detail, and that build quality of the iPad itself, that would also work for drawing and illustration and design with the Apple Pencil, as that's mainly what I use my iPad Pro for. Most drawing stands for iPads, or stands that also, just work with the angle of drawing on an iPad, are pretty large and bulky. And I wanted something that didn't take up too much room on my desk, something that looked elegant, fit in the style nice and elegantly, so that I could just keep it there, always assembled next to me every day while I work. This is a pretty specific set of requirements, and I only found one stand that fit the bill. This is the Compass Pro by 12 South, and I'm just realizing now that it doesn't look at all like an iPad stand when it's folded up like this. Let's unfold it, let's have a look, and we'll check out the pros and cons. All right, I love this stand. So this pros list is relatively long when compared to the cons. But number one, it's minimal. It's one single color. It doesn't overpower the iPad when it's in use. It kind of just fades into the background nicely. And it's just very, very functional. It's really boiled down to its key elements without any sort of bells and whistles or anything superfluous on top of that. It's got this beautiful design with this full metal body. It's got rubber tips for each of the feet. It's got a really subtle logo and branding as well here. And the branding functions as a soft rubber pad for your iPad to rest on when you do place it into the stand. As we saw in the beginning, it's entirely portable. It folds up to this, just this size, nice and small. So you can travel with this, whether that's to a co-working space, a cafe, or actual travel when that starts again, hopefully one day soon. Barely any weight, no room at all, nice and small, nice and portable. I actually fit mine nicely in my Peak Design tech pouch here. And if you want to check out that full bag setup, I've got a link up above for you to check that out as well. And the build quality here is also fantastic. This is something that was really important to me, especially when you spend so much money on an iPad and then the accessories like the Apple Pencil, you want the stand to match that level. And yeah, this metal body, the strong hinge here, and the smooth feeling of each of the feet as they fold out for different viewing angles. Everything feels premium, everything feels very, very well done. Nothing feels flimsy, nothing feels cheap. And it's got a really solid kind of heft to it, without being too heavy. It's got that kind of premium solid weight to it as well. Now with the feet at the back here, we've got two viewing angles. You fold this first one out here for a more shallow angle, and then this second one here puts it on a more of an upright angle, depending on what you want to use it for at the time. I often keep the upright one on my desk for viewing YouTube or Notion or Twitter while I'm working as a second screen. Good angle for viewing that. And the lower angle is really great for drawing. That's kind of my sketching and drawing angle here. Now, because nothing's really locking into place, you can use this for both orientations. You've got your landscape view, your portrait view. It'll fit multiple size tablets. These feet here that fold out are quite deep, so you can fit different size tablets on here. It's not specifically just for an iPad. And on that note, this will most likely work with a large range of cases because there is such depth here between the feet. Your iPad will fit in there. I mean, without a case, you can see there's a lot of kind of wiggle room here. So if I did have a case on this, it would probably, depending on the things of the case, of course, in question, but it would probably still work, no worries at all. So let's see how this unfolds and works. You fold out the back kind of, I don't know what you call that, the angle viewing leg. These two then fold out side by side to form the little tripod feeling. These little feet pop out, which I think is such a clever little design touch, how they fold in and are protected here, then they can fold out. And that's basically it. And of course you can then fold in the back leg and have the more shallow leg out there as well. The only con I found with this, there's only one bad thing I found with this stand, is because it's not specifically 100% made for drawing and sketching, the tripod setup of this means if you are leaning on the very edge of the iPad, it can often tip because you do have that one single point of balance with this back leg of the stand here. So you've got to be careful with that. That's not really a deal breaker for me, having a completely infinite movable canvas in each drawing app means I can just keep moving the canvas of what I'm working on at the time into the center of the iPad, and I can lean my hand where it's strongest. But it is definitely something to keep in mind. It's not rock solid. It's not like a massive easel that's made just for drawing. I think that's a bit of the trade-off you get when you get something as portable and light as this. You do have that trade-off of some slight structural support weak points. Definitely something to keep in mind. But overall, this thing is awesome. I love it. I keep it in my bag anytime I travel anywhere. Otherwise, it stays set up on my desk permanently, 24/7. It's great to have the iPad as part of my desk setup with this stand. The design, the build quality, the finish, the color, the kind of functional, minimal aesthetic of all of this makes it really, really nice to use. You know, when you unfold it on a desk and you feel the motion of the hinges and how it's all set up, you can tell this was built and designed in a way to match the kind of quality standard of the iPad itself. So yeah, I love this. I've had it for 6 months or so. It's still my favorite stand. Haven't seen any sort of damage or overuse, wear of use on this in that time. I take it with me in my bag whenever I travel anywhere. Otherwise, it's set up on my desk 24/7. It's great to have it as a permanent part of my desk setup. It works really well for that. I don't really know how to end this now. Just very positive review of this stand. When I was trying to find this particular stand, I went through so many YouTube reviews of different iPad stands. So hopefully this helps if you're also looking for an iPad stand, especially if you work in kind of the art and design world. But that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. I've got a link to the stand in the description below if you want to check it out for yourself. And I will see you in next week's video. Bye.